Hello everyone, I'm Sarah Lofthouse. For my Edge project, I created a cultural cookbook, and today I thought it would be fun to actually make one of the recipes in the cookbook. This is an Indian recipe that I want to make with you today. It's called aloo tikki, and so one of the first steps is actually dry roasting some of the spices, and so we have some coriander, some cumin, and black pepper right here. And so we just dry roast it on the stove for a little bit, and then we're gonna make that into, well, we're going to make it into a powder with a mortar and pestle. So if you look over here on the stove, I'm just dry roasting those ingredients. It's not a whole bunch. I also boiled some potatoes, 4 potatoes, and mashed them to prepare for some of the next steps. So if you look in the bowl here, well, I guess you didn't see the spices before, but they have turned a little darker, and you can still see the coriander seeds. I personally actually don't have a mortar and pestle, and so I just use spoons and random stuff until it becomes powdery enough. And so, so that's the next step that I will do, and I will tell you. Well, I guess after that, you are supposed to julienne the onion, but I actually don't like onions a whole bunch, so I put them in a ninja chopper to make them smaller. So do whatever you prefer, and we're gonna put that in the pan and cook it with some oil, just a bit. Alright, so back here, I don't know if you can see, I have the four potatoes that I boiled. I mashed them, mashed some peas, and also added 2 teaspoons of some fresh grated ginger, and you can add more or less if you like to taste. I sauteed the onions, and we're gonna add that now to. Just one thing before I make them into the patted down balls. There is the green chili that you add in that's cut up. There's some red chili powder. I believe it's a teaspoon. Let me check here. Yeah, so, oh sorry, it's a half teaspoon of red chili powder. So you add that in there, and some salt, and then the cooked spices that we ground up, and then I'll show you the next part. So if you look here, this is the formed and patted down aloo tikki, and one thing I'm missing in this recipe is some fresh cilantro, and I think that would really liven up the flavor and make it wonderful. And so now I'm gonna put these in the fridge for half an hour. Alright, so these came out of the fridge. They've been in the fridge for 30 minutes, and I forgot to mention that you sprinkle flour on top of the aloo tikki, and then I'm heating the oil up over here, and you just do a shallow amount of oil, and I'm guessing we're just gonna cook them until they're golden on both sides, a little crisp. To the side over here, it was kind of a failed attempt to fry. I had too much oil and I guess not enough flour on it, so I'm trying it again. I don't really have any oil, like no layer of oil, and I tried to pat the patty on the top and the bottom with a layer of flour. So we'll see if it actually works this time and it is not a failed attempt. Alright, so these ones have been cooking with not really any oil, just like kind of coating the pan, and it looks like they're staying together decently and starting to get kind of crispy and golden. So I think we have some keepers here. Well, thank you for joining me to make aloo tiki, and I hope you have a good day or night or whatever time it is where you live. Okay, bye.